So I'm here today in Tivoli Park, and the main reason I'm here is actually to photograph the Ljubljana Castle. But not just to photograph the Ljubljana Castle, but actually at 9 o'clock the moon is going to rise right over the tower of the Ljubljana Castle, and that specifically is what I'm here to photograph. Now, I used Photopills to calculate this, and I also used Photohound to find this location. Now, I've known this location for a while thanks to Photohound, and if you're not familiar with what Photohound is a really useful website where you can search and find great photo locations all around the world, and this is one of them. But what's important about a photo location is also knowing exactly where to stand, and with Photohound I found the exact spot from where to stand, and it's not from where I'm standing now, it's actually up on that hill behind me where the sign is, and if you can probably not see it, but my camera is actually set up there. I had to come down here to talk because there's a courting couple sat right behind me, so I can't really make this video, but up there on the hill makes the world of difference. If you look at this video now from where I'm standing, you can see the castle, and it's quite clear, it's quite a good view, but it's a bit lower. But if you go up on that hill, you get a bit more separation between the tops of the trees and the castle itself. So in that respect you get two different viewpoints. But also from up there, the angle of view between the hill from where you stand and the castle itself is only about 2 degrees. And that's what's important. The low angle means that when the moon rises, it's still going to be very low on the horizon, and that means that it's not going to be super bright. Couple that with the fact that the moon is also going to rise bang on sunset, means it's going to be the perfect time. And according to Photopills, it looks like it's going to rise somewhere around the tower. That's what I placed my pin, and that's where it gave me with a bit of tolerance. So it's going to rise somewhere around about that tower. It's going to rise at sunset, which is perfect, which means it's going to be low, it's not going to be so bright, and also it's a bit of haze on the horizon too, which is also going to dampen the intensity of the moon. Hopefully that haze will catch a bit of colour at sunset, which means I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be in for a really great shot. Now in this video now, I'll show you how I calculated this on Photopills. Okay, so I'm in the planner section of Photopills now, and as you can see I've placed my red pin, on the location in Tivoli Park where I'm planning to stand. Okay, the next thing to do here is to select Find and select Moon at Azimuth and Elevation. And here I want to place this pin, the blue pin, on the object where I want the moon to rise behind, which is going to be the Ljubljana Castle, and in particular the Ljubljana Castle tower. So I've placed the pin right on the top of the tower there, as you can see. And up here at the very top you can see the azimuth and the elevation. Okay, now we know that the moon is rising around 130 degrees, and at this particular elevation the difference between where I'm standing and the tower will be 47 meters. So I can select elevation and I can actually move this to the point where I want the moon to be. So the relative altitude between where I'm standing and the castle. You can select it manually like I'm doing here, which is actually a bit more accurate and easier sometimes. So I'm going to select 50 meters. I want the moon to be 50 meters apparent height above where I'm standing. Now once I've done that, it will search for the times, and as you can see it's found the 4th of July 9:03 right at sunset is when that is going to happen. And that is exactly how I found out this was going to happen. I kind of had an idea, I wanted it of course, and I searched for it and I found the perfect time. Now you won't get this any time of the year of course, because basically when the moon is full it means it's directly opposite the sun. So that means that when the moon is rising, the sun in order to capture this at sunset, obviously the moon has to rise right at the right time that the sun is setting, and it has to be opposite. So of course in the summer the sun is setting in the northwest, so that means the moon is going to rise in the southeast. Okay? Consequently, if you want to catch the moon setting, it's going to be opposite. So when the sun rises in the morning in the northeast, the moon is going to set in the southwest. So it's always going to be directly opposite, because when the moon is full, we know that the moon is full because the sun is shining directly in front of it. So it's always going to be opposite in that case. So this is only going to happen around this time of year. Now we just passed the summer solstice, so around the summer solstice time is the time that the moon is going to rise, the full moon is going to rise furthest south. And from this viewpoint it is looking actually southeast. So that means that only in summer can you capture this. And according to Photopills calculation that I did the other day, today is the only time I'm going to be able to capture it bang on sunset. Now of course, as you saw, the castle was quite far off in the distance from this viewpoint, but it's not a problem if you have a good telephoto lens. So to zoom right in close to the castle from here, I had to use focal length of around 350 millimeters, I think, to get right up close to the castle here. I had a 100 to 400 millimeter L series Canon lens on my camera, and of course in this particular shot I'm focusing on the castle and the moon coming up behind, so I wanted to get right up close. I used a 16:9 aspect ratio because the sky was pretty clear and uninteresting, and I want to focus all of the attention on the castle and the moon coming up over it. It's close to sunset at this point, so the warm light was falling nicely on the castle, so I took a couple of shots just before the sun on the castle disappeared, and then waited for the moon. Okay, so it's about 5 minutes now to when the moon is supposed to rise, but there is a lot of haze on the horizon, so it's very possible I'm not going to see it until it gets higher. It's coming up now. It's just coming over the very roof, actually, right to the left of the tower. Actually, it's quite clear. Clearer than I thought it would be. Right, bang to the very left of the tower. There's a chance, the way it's rising, it might actually go right behind the tower by the looks of it. Now it's going behind the tower just as I predicted. I think it's going to come up right slap bang in the middle. Perfect shot right behind. Okay, so thanks a lot Photopills and thanks a lot Photohound. Photohound for helping me find this location and Photopills for helping me calculate this fantastic moment. As you saw, the moon rose right over the roof of the castle, but then went right behind the tower, as I thought it would go behind the tower, but it was perfect. And it positioned itself slap bang in the middle of the tower, and I got that shot plus a whole bunch of other really great shots. So it was well worth it, and that is not going to happen that often. Photopills helped me calculate the right moment, and thankfully, thank you Mother Nature too for giving me clear skies and a bit of haze on the horizon there to dampen the intensity of the moon to give me that perfect shot. So check out Photopills and check out Photohound. I'll put links in the description to it, and I'll also put a link to my other video giving you more details about how to use Photohound too. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Check out my other videos, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, I would be very grateful if you subscribe to my channel, and so I can keep these videos going. Okay, thanks for watching, catch you later.